Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the saddle here, Mundayne, with a best of 5, the longest series any competitor here in the ECAC Madden 26 fall semester will face. The other side of this best of 5, potentially awaiting some hardware, more room in the trophy case for Post University, and a medal for Mundayne to take home as well. We up against Southeastern University, who have been on a bit of a tear. We will actually go to the scoreboard here. So you will see Fire Esports Southeastern University on the top portion of the bracket, the 24th seed here in this one. Battled through the play-in games, came out from top 48 to get all the way to the 3rd place game, potentially looking to add one more upset here up against Mundayne, another top seed, one of the top seeds overall here in the Madden 26 postseason. Of course, Mundayne looking to stave any upset off and bring some hardware home for Post University. Coming off the back of a peculiar series, to put it lightly, against Columbia College. Just want to see some signs of relief, some signs of consistency for Mundayne. Not going to start on first down. A sack on the quarterback for Southeastern. Going to be a 12-yard loss that time. University star running back Irving in the backfield for him here. Irving going to be the call. Mundayne able to curve it, turn 90 degrees upfield. Make it 3rd and manageable, 9 yards short of the first now for Post University. Between the tight end and the running back there on the Texas route and the drag route. Only one defender for those two out in space. Mundayne with a 4-yard completion, so short of the marker. It is going to create 4-down territory for Post University. Pre-snap motion now for Mundayne under center. It's going to be the man moving pre-snap. Egbuka through the air. That'll be the first down for Post University, and a little bit more now up to the opposing 38-yard line.
First down, Buccaneers.
Mundayne now the run on 1st and 10. It's a 4-yard gain.
Number 7, Bucky Urban, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Short 4-yard gain. Mundayne still on pace here on 2nd down.
Point it right. Kings, up, alert, alert. Hey, alert.
Mundayne maestroing these adjustments pre-snap here. Once again, out to Irving. It's a short 2-yard gain on 2nd down.
To number 7, Bucky Urban. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
180. Regular. Real.
No secret where Southeastern University are playing that user defense at the middle linebacker spot. Mundayne able to diagnose the defense elsewhere for the first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And
That user defense, very often the gap between an okay attackable defense versus one that just seems to feel everywhere all at once on the defensive side of the football.
180. Run. Hey, alert. Point it right.
Both of adjustments once more. Pre-snap, ball out to Irving. Able to turn the corner, cut it back upfield, shrug off a couple of defenders, and Mundayne's got the opening score here in the third place game. Point after attempt is good and a sigh of relief for Mundayne. Some signs of irregularity, at least on the offensive side of the football there for Post University. Mundayne now going to kick it off just on the line of the target zone. Going to pin Southeastern back at the 20 now. Mundayne taking his first snaps on the defensive side of the football here in the third place game on this drive. Time to deliver the throw. It's a moon ball on the right sideline. Worthy with one step on his man. Worthy continues to be a problem for Mundayne on defense. It's a touchdown for Southeastern University. A one-play touchdown for the speedster on the right side of the field. Just one step on his defender, but that speed advantage just multiplied as the yards, as the route continues to extend downfield. Not quite in position for the tackle. It's a one-play touchdown. Southeastern University responding with the quickness. Mundayne gave up 4 touchdowns in a quarter to Xavier Worthy in game 2 of the semifinal just earlier tonight. Still has not been able to exorcise that demon for that defense. And they're going to have a short memory. His offense already back out on the field. Mundayne now 3 receivers on that left side of the field. Gonna flip the formation. No, it's an audible. Gonna create trips on the right side with the tight end. Dropping back to pass right in the hands of the defense. Looked like the pass was offline. Multiple defenders in the airspace as well, but Mundayne not able to thread the needle. A rare misplay there. Mundayne looks like he's expecting that pass to be open. Misread the defense. And the secondary just lying in wait there. Looked like he was passing to Cook directly. That's how offline the pass was there. So Mundayne, the offensive woes deep in the postseason now continue for him. See Mundayne contain these offenses. He's been beat over the top repeatedly through these games. This time Hunt over the middle. Strike delivered by the quarterback for the first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, 43, 15.
One in the backfield now for Southeastern.
Hey, 57, 57, color, 57.
It's Hunt to the outside with some room to run. Up to the 16 now. Taking a sip of some yak yards after the catch there for Southeastern on the left sideline.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Of course, if you're bringing multiple corners, multiple safeties back to try to patch up any gaps over the top, it's going to expose yourself to those drag routes that have been so popular. We've seen almost every offense Coming out in some sort of mesh look, multiple drag route look.
Hey, 15, 15, 15. Our side.
Mundayne forced to pick his poison. The ball delivered to Hunt, fumbled, recovered by Southeastern University. Crisis averted for the SEU Fire.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Yellow, yellow.
Going to create second
I've got blue.
and medium now.
Our side.
For Southeastern, turning into second and long, 3rd and 16 now following the sack.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
Southeastern still within field goal range, but they might be looking to operate in 4-down territory.
And long.
Yellow, yellow.
Adjustments pre-snap this time for Southeastern. Everything looks covered, but Brown in the gap of the zones hauls it into the end zone for the touchdown. Like the whole defense committed to multiple routes on that right side of the field. Brown able to find the soft spot in the defense.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Chiefs 14. Buccaneers 7. Harrison Butler.
Both sides going bar for bar early in this one. Mundayne, the first player to blink in this staring contest with an interception on his last offensive drive, looking to respond. Kick is well out of bounds, out of the target zone. Mundayne going to get a head start at the 35.
Real. 180. Regular.
Mundayne audible pre-snap here. Looks like some spread offense on the left side of the field. Able to find Godwin Jr. Not enough defenders on that left side. Mundayne able to take advantage.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Like 2 defenders for the 3 routes. Cornerback playing the check down closer to the line of scrimmage. It wasn't really a factor.
180.
Mundayne able to burn that coverage for the 1st and more up to the 47 now.
Alert. Alert.
Deep drop back, one-on-one coverage for Post University. Mundayne able to blow up the first defender before being forced out of bounds at the 33. Going to bring about the end of the first quarter. High-scoring affair between these two squads. Only one third-place piece of hardware. We've got 2 opponents here battling out for it here in the second quarter now.
Pistol. Point it right. 180.
Mentioned it throughout the postseason. Mundayne rocking with this formation, but multiple adjustments and counters out of it. This time the Texas and the drag route, everything wide open underneath. Tremendous drop back for the secondary. Looked like an empty box. Made it very easy to deliver these throws over the middle.
A gain of 15.
Mundayne able to respond with the 1st and more up to the 18-yard line.
180.
RPO this time for Mundayne. Another 1st down for Post University. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line now for Mundayne.
King. Alert. Run.
Both of adjustments here in the red zone. Harder to deliver a strike with the shortened field. The check down to Irving. It's a gain of 0 that time on 1st and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 8-yard
Hey,
line.
alert 33. What's up?
Gonna enter the end zone, get us back to a tie game. The post route, the corner on the out route, able to haul it in for the touchdown. Mundayne getting us all tied up at 14 apiece.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 14.
Of course, stamina gonna be a factor. A best of 5, the longest series either squad will face all semester long. And of course, Mundayne off the back of a best of 3 he played earlier tonight. His opponent in the SCU Fire not having that luxury. They were able to play their semifinal matchup, I believe it was yesterday. So they're only coming off the 1 best of 5. Of course, a late night start for both teams operating out on the East Coast in EST time zone. And Mundayne with a couple more games under his belt here. So we're about midway through the second quarter. Run on first down, stuffed at the line, just a 2-yard gain.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Dropping back to pass on second down. Down to Brown, that double move, able to buy some space for the first down at the 49 now for Southeastern.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Like a chew clock offense to call here on first and 10. For Southeastern, just rummaging their way through the contact down at the 44 now. Good for 7 on that carry.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
More chew clock offense. Southeastern University with a chance to get us to the 2-minute warning on this handoff. Shoves through one defender, brought down inches short of the first.
Brings up third down.
This one will get us straight to the 2-minute warning. Chew clock offense is remaining online for Southeastern University. 3 timeouts for both squads here. Southeastern University looking to knock on the door of field goal range, certainly well outside of it at the moment. Dropping back to pass once more. Dangerous ball to Thornton. Over the top of a defender, playing man defense on another receiver.
13 yards.
Perhaps wasn't quite as aware. The CPU
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
just unfazed as the ball sails over their head for the first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard
Chew clock offense continues to be the call for Southeastern. Just about a minute and 12 left to play here.
Smith on the tackle. A gain of
First will be
2.
speed running to about
Brings up second and
40 seconds remaining with the chew clock offense.
7-yard line.
Yellow. 180. Color.
Dropping back to pass, worthy underneath the teeth of the defense. The obvious vulnerability if you're trying to cover everything over the top.
That's another.
It's in priority number 1 for Mundayne after getting beat for that first score over the top of the defense. Gives up a completion that time underneath. Second of Post University's 3 timeouts is called there
No gain on the play. Second
on
and
first
10
down.
at the 11-yard line.
University's defense here, unfortunately, at the mercy of Southeastern University. Mundayne with a chance to potentially force a field goal if they can have them take long enough, but SEU still have all 3 of their timeouts. Quarterback keeper gonna get sent back. It's a loss of 1, the last of Post University's timeouts now on 3rd and 11.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's third
Unfortunately, if Southeastern University, run it here on 3rd down, the remaining 27 seconds going to be at their mercy. If they want to call a timeout at 1 second and kick that field goal, they will certainly do so. Mundayne looking for an interception to put any hopes of that to bed, and he's found it. A showstopper here at the end of the first half, putting any hopes of some points into halftime for Southeastern University to bed. Mundayne now going to take the field, starting at his own 9. But a crucial play to avoid this possession game blowing up in his face there as we approach halftime. Certainly odds against Mundayne's favor here to turn this into any sort of points. But 3 timeouts for SEU in this Kansas City defense. So Mundayne going to need to move with the quickness. Going to need at least 1 first down. Looking to do some damage over the middle. Pass is bobbled into the hands of a second defender. And Southeastern University take the football right back. Mundayne thought he had a window. The scramble to buy time for the throw on the run. Delivery isn't quite there. Multiple defenders in the airspace. And SEU outside of field goal range once more, but have the offense back out in the field. Just as I say that, that first play from scrimmage gets them back into field goal range.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
And Mundayne looked like he was trying to make something out of nothing there. Again, the odds of him going end zone to end zone, starting at his own 9, were so low. And they had a chance to force the issue there. And now it's Southeastern University once again looking to score. With triple zeros on the game clock. Roll out to the right side of the field, immediately throwing it out of bounds. They're trying to keep just one more play from scrimmage for the field goal. Out comes the kicking unit now for Southeastern. The kick is up and it is good for SEU. Pair of turnovers as we entered halftime, but it's SCU going into the break with a 3-point lead and the football to start the third quarter. But once again, the possession game going to be a problem. SCU with a chance to turn this into a 2-score game as they take possession on this kickoff. Gonna dive down at the 19. Both SEU and Columbia College taking intentional early dives on these kickoff returns. Wonder if either squad has been on the receiving end of a fumble recovery touchdown on a kickoff there. Playing very conservative on these kickoffs. Offense getting started only at the 19 now. Roll out for the quarterback. Able to make something out of nothing. It's a 5-yard gain.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57.
Rolling out of the backfield. No one in the secondary going to be able to catch Hunt. Shot out of a cannon out of the backfield for the touchdown. No one in the secondary able to catch that man. And Southeastern University looking to open up a 10-point lead now. It's like encroachment there. PAT going to happen that much closer for Southeastern University.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
Kick is up. The head start doing well for Southeastern as the 10-point lead is confirmed there following the PAT. They needing to shake off the rust. It's had a couple of wins on the defensive side of the football. Certainly had some signs of life on offense as well. Looking to get back in stride here on this first offensive possession in the second half. It's Evans, the big target at wide receiver on the left sideline. Up to the 41 that time.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Buccaneer first down.
Mundayne able to get this offense rolling already in enemy territory. Dropping back to pass, rolling out to his left, throwing to his right. Another pass hauled in, this time by the big fella, the tight end, up to the 27-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Tampa Bay.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 20. What's that?
Adjustments pre-snap for Mundayne to Irving. Trying to turn that corner on the defense. Didn't have a chance. It's a loss of 2. That time on first down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
Regular. 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol. Alert.
Pre-snap motion now on second down for Post University. User defender all over it. Mundayne able to thread the needle. User defender there lulled into a false sense of security. They covered the pre-snap action. Other receiver was wide open. Mundayne able to spot that gap in the defense. First and goal now for Post University up at the 7-yard line. One in the backfield for Mundayne here on first and goal. Dropping back to pass. To find the big fella in the gap of the zone defense for the touchdown. Mundayne narrowing that lead to a 3-score game. Southeastern with no breathing room here in this one. Mundayne not letting this game get out of hand. Offense staying out on the field. Turning up that pressure dial just a little bit. No room for Southeastern. Go into lead maintenance mode, into chew clock mode. Still pressure on them to convert. Mundayne understandably can't believe that it was not in the target zone. Southeastern University going to be the benefactor. They'll get a head start at the 35 following that kickoff. Snap movement on that defense for Post University. It's Hunt out of the backfield once more. Not rummaging all the way to the end zone this time, just a 2-yard gain.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Dropping back to pass this time on second down to Worthy on the left sideline and out of bounds. It's a first down for Southeastern.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Kansas City.
Worthy continues to be a thorn in the side of this Post University defense. Southeastern back on the ground game. Mundayne all over it. It's a gain of 0 that time on first.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Mundayne such a problem from this middle linebacker position, but Southeastern, so many of these routes that are really doing damage are going outside the numbers. That time Mundayne forced to chase a route outside the numbers. And so Southeastern able to diagnose that vacated space, do damage over the middle for the first down. They're doing an excellent job of just not letting Mundayne be a factor on the user defense side of things. Forcing Mundayne to chase these drag routes and attacking the space vacated therein. A run on first and 10 now for Southeastern. Nice chunk of change. It's an 8-yard gain that time for the Fire.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
SEU well in field goal range already, but they're ahead of the sticks on this set of downs. Just 2 yards between them and the marker. Run right up the gut for the first down and more. It's an 8-yard gain that time.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Southeastern continue to matriculate upfield here in the third quarter, taking a lot of time off this third quarter game clock as well. Dropping back to pass in one-on-one coverage. The big man Kelsey able to shove off the first defender. Second man able to bring him down, but not before getting to the 7-yard line.
17 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 7.
Run on first and goal. They have a couple of blockers to work with. Going to create a 5-yard gain.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up second.
Southeastern University knocking on the door now. More points on the board. They came up with a takeaway in a goal line stand earlier on in this one. Southeastern University patience here in the third quarter. They take us to the start of the fourth here for second and goal. He's done an excellent job to keep it close, but it's looking like he's going to need another win on the defensive side of the football. Have a chance here. Mundayne just running out of time here in the fourth quarter now. And off to Hunt, who's brought down. It's a loss of 2 that time on second.
Antoine Winfield on the tackle. The play lost a yard. It's now third and goal.
Mundayne that much closer to this goal line stand. For Post University, it's Brown on the right sideline. Defenders not quite in the airspace, and Southeastern University, have their touchdown. Just at the start of the fourth quarter, just 16 seconds elapsed in the final quarter of play. For Post University still staring down a 10-point deficit. Just have to continue to play their game. Don't want to feel the pressure to shrink the playbook and play right into Southeastern's hand. As I believe that kickoff hit the crossbar. Folks at home might have heard the doink the kickoff made. That's why we went to that wide shot there. No chance of a return for Post University. Instead, they'll start at the 35. No chance to even have this be a no-league stream. Mundayne not coming out with any adjustments. The pause came from the SEU fire. Not too sure what they saw there. They are the reason for that delay, taking all the time they need to pick a play on the defensive side. Mundayne takes the field here in the fourth. Dropping back to pass on first down, delivers a strike to Godwin over the middle, just short of the first. Second and inches at the 45 now for Mundayne. Zone's adjusting on that left side of the field. Responding to that audible from Mundayne. Nowhere to throw it. Mundayne able to recognize the pocket collapsing. Throws it out of bounds right as the defense is bearing on him. Third and inches, the playbook still just as wide open. For Post University here, only need inches to reset down in distance. For Post University. Dropping back to pass. Godwin Jr., the double move for the first down and more now at the 38-yard line. RPO option to Godwin Jr. Defense was all over that one. Just a 2-yard gain that time. And doing well to matriculate upfield. Want to see him score on the positive side of the 2-minute warning. Give all the time for his defense to make a play on the football. The hook route to the big man. Had the big man on a curl route there. Excuse me. Smaller defender over the top. Unable to make a play. It's a first down for Mundayne. Continuing to inch his way upfield. A wealth of time to deliver the strike to Evans. It's a 9-yard gain that time over the air. Another scenario, the playbook going to be pretty wide open. Of course, don't need to throw a moon ball over the top here in the red zone. Mundayne going to have some flexibility to deliver a strike over the top of the defense on the head of the cornerback for the touchdown. Mundayne refusing to go quietly here late in the fourth quarter. Right back up to a 3-point deficit for Southeastern University. Mundayne just what the doctor ordered, scoring and quick enough to buy some time and field space for his defense to make a play here late in the fourth quarter. They've already come up with an interception in the first half. Mundayne going to need more of that magic late in this one. Kick return diving into the air. That sometimes spells trouble. That time it'll just create a 22-yard return there. One in the backfield for Post University. For Southeastern University, will not be surprised if we see a lot of run-heavy offense now. For Southeastern, they do not need to score. They do have enough field to accumulate enough first downs, operate with this true clock offense. They don't need to score with triple zeros on the game clock. No true clock offense just yet for Southeastern. Following that TFL on first down for Post University. TFL backing this offense to their own 19. Brown over the top of the defense, able to collapse on it now. Up to the 26-yard line. 5 yards between SCU and the marker.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
SCU going to take us to the 2-minute warning now. Mundayne's done his job to buy as much time for this defense. Now, no secret what Mundayne's got to do. The defense going to have to be the one to deliver the game-winning play. To give this offense a chance to get back out on the field. They grab an interception now. They're already in field goal range. But you want to see any stretch of consistency on the defensive side of the football. Mundayne certainly had his moments. Again, an interception in the second quarter. Going to need more of that magic here on 3rd and short. SCU, the motion pre-snap there. Kelsey on the left side of your screen. Dangerous football. Mundayne able to make his mark. Spot his target. One-on-one coverage on that right side of the field. The ball thrown short. It looks like there might have been a gap over the top, but the delivery not quite there. And Mundayne now in the driver's seat here. Already starting in enemy territory. Not quite in field goal range. But 1:54 left to play. The world will be his oyster here, depending on how the offense goes. Not too far outside of field goal range. But certainly has his chance to bust this defense wide open for a go-ahead touchdown. Taking every second of this pre-snap play clock. Needs this play to be perfect. Picture perfect delivery to Godwin Jr. Spotting the man over the top of the defense. Uncovered for the touchdown. It's a one-play touchdown drive for Post University. They jump back out in front. It's a 4-point lead now for Mundayne. You don't want to overthink things. Sometimes hear the concept late in football games of scoring too early. Might be in the back of Mundayne's mind, but of course you give another chance for your defense to continue to be the firefighters in this game. Another win for this defense could spell GG's kneel down offense. Victory formation offense for Post University. But of course a 4-point lead at least gives you the cushion from a field goal, but Southeastern University still with a chance for a go-ahead touchdown of their own late in this one. The handoff to Hunt. Not quite going to do just that. Just a 7-yard gain that time.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And back to pass on 2nd down. Underneath the defense, looking to curve upfield. Up to the 39 that time.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good.
No timeouts being called yet. Not sure if Southeastern was under the impression Worthy was able to get out of bounds, but the clock's still running on the fire here. Another drop back on 1st and 10 to Hunt out of the backfield. The first down shoved does pass the marker at the 48.
13 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Still one in the backfield this time for Southeastern University. Dropping back to pass. They deliver a strike to the big man Kelsey. Another first down for Southeastern University. Mundayne understands that one was close. Secondary not quite able to get a hand on it. Under 30 seconds left to play in this one. Remember, Southeastern University cannot settle for a field goal. They need the one-play touchdown. Mundayne was able to spot Thornton. It was too late. By the time Mundayne spotted the gap in the defense, he was at the free safety position, who was well out of position to cover the gap. Swapping to the cornerback, that man was already beat. Mundayne, surgical position there for Southeastern University to spot the gap. Mundayne with no counter to adjust there as the play was developing. 19 seconds and 3 timeouts for Mundayne here. Just needs a field goal to get us into overtime. Of course, OT rules in Madden 26 slightly different than the college football 26 OTs. Overtime rules that we have been seeing a lot more of. Very rarely are these Madden 26 games actually heading into overtime. And then dropping back to pass, he's going to take the sack. Out comes the first timeout for Post University. A sack on 1st and 10. Throws them well behind schedule now, operating at their own 23-yard line. Mundayne, 15 seconds left. That's about 3 plays. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, depending on what Mundayne's looking for, whether it's moon balls downfield or short gains over the top. Pre-snap motion, able to find Evans rolling down the left sideline. Mundayne, it's dealer's choice whether he runs out of bounds or all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Mundayne takes back the lead here. Only 6 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Both fighters in this heavyweight bout playing through the bell here. Multiple scores in the final 2 minutes of play. And Mundayne now once again takes back the 4-point lead. Southeastern University going to have really one play from scrimmage, maybe 2. Going to have even less than that if they look to take this ball out. On a return here, they understand that. Mundayne able to get it just inside the target zone and out of bounds, so it'll be starting at the 20-yard line. No secret what the call needs to be here. Out comes the prevent defense. How much field they need to cover here. They just might not logistically have the time here. They'll have 1 play from scrimmage on this Hail Mary look. Kelsey going to go down as the clock strikes midnight. And Mundayne, a 42-38 nail-biter, going to be your score here in game 1. Mundayne battling back from a 10-point deficit. Did not give up. His defense fighting back. At the end of the first half, at the end of the second half, Mundayne takes the lead. He strikes first in this best of 5. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have game 2 in just a moment when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Mundayne with a 1-0 lead in the best of 5. Still a lot of Madden 26 left to be played between these two squads. Mundayne, of course, forced to his secondary following the win in Game 1. Southeastern University liked what they saw with this Kansas City Chiefs squad, and they're going to stick with it here in Game 2. Mundayne. It's pre-game adjustment season, excuse me. There's a no leak stream. The game audio, not taking a chance on exposing any adjustments for either squad here. Was not a factor. It hasn't been a factor in this series yet. We did see it be a factor in Big Sneezy's series yesterday, another best of 5 in the College Football 26 playoffs. Especially with this one starting so much later than Big Sneezy's did at 10 p.m. compared to 5 p.m. The game does become a blowout. You'll wonder if either squad, of course, a best of 5 going to give you a longer leash to lose games, especially with it being so late. You'll wonder if either squad gets out to an early lead. They'll take intentional forfeits, just charge it to the game. Especially if that's the case for Mundayne, as Southeastern would force Mundayne to their 3rd team. Neither squad really going to have too much experience with them. The 3rd team for Southeastern University going to be the Buffalo Bills. 3rd team for Mundayne is going to be that Kansas City Chiefs squad. Run on 1st and 10 for Post University. Going to create a first down and more. Up to the 49 that time.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Eagles.
One in the backfield for Post University. Mundayne, no matter the squad, likes to come out in these similar looks here. Of course, when you know one formation so well, you're able to do damage and all sorts of coverages out of it. That time it's a 4-yard gain. But I like this from Mundayne. Ideally, you're sorting for your plays by formation rather than play type. That way, no matter what look you come out in, the defense isn't able to diagnose what you want to run. And that time, Mundayne, another first down and more. Up to the opposing 15-yard line now for Post University.
First down, Philadelphia.
Mundayne once again starting with the football. Mundayne sees Y wide open on the left sideline. Southeastern University, excuse me, not able to diagnose that gap. Mundayne saw it pre-snap. You want to hit that early and often. Too many receivers on the left side, not enough defenders. Can't afford to give up that sort of gap, especially in red zone territory, because you just have less time to close up that gap, to cover that gap in the defense. Mundayne able to thread the needle for the opening touchdown. Liked what we saw from Mundayne. Steady matriculation. Didn't really face any sort of resistance from that Chiefs defense. Normally that is what you would see out in Game 2. You'll see players, especially in the case of Southeastern, as they return with this Kansas City Chiefs squad, you should expect some familiarity. The ability to throw more wrenches in the plans of opposing offenses, but Mundayne looking cool, calm, and collected on that opening drive. Dropping back to pass, Worthy on the right sideline. Had a step on his defender. Pressure on the quarterback, no time to take advantage of that step on the defense. That's realistically what you want. Of course, you're not going to guard all 82 yards of grass here. You just need to buy enough time for hands on the quarterback. This time, Worthy, the speed advantage, going to be highlighted even more when it's Mundayne on a middle linebacker. He's just not going to have the speed to keep up with a speedster like Xavier Worthy. So even though it's just a short double move, it's still technically in the box. And once again, Southeastern University looking to do damage with Worthy over the top of the defense. Mundayne all over it. This time we're throwing the whole house at Xavier Worthy. 3 defenders in the airspace, one of them able to tip the pass and incomplete. 4th down now for Southeastern University, already 4-down territory. Would give Post University a nice head start at their own 25 if they come away with the stop here. The playbook still wide open. Just 2 yards between Southeastern and the marker. Mundayne trying to get so close. He's given up a couple of encroachment penalties throughout the postseason. Trying to inch his way a little bit too close for comfort. At the line of scrimmage, that time able to survive. Southeastern University able to survive the pressure and deliver the strike to Brown. Rolls down the left sideline and up to the 22. Southeastern flipping the field that time on 4th. A gutsy play call for Southeastern as their offense. Certainly inconsistent, but that time a tremendous gain over the air. More damage to the air to Brown, this time for the touchdown for Southeastern University. The SEU Fire burning downfield there. 2 plays to go 82 yards. And the rapid fire pace that we saw at the end of game 1 continuing here in the first quarter of game 2. 2 touchdowns scored in just under 2 minutes. Mundayne with the running back, Barkley in the backfield here on 1st and 10. Dotson on the left side of your screen if he's able to burn his initial matchup. Multiple zones there. The user defender going to gap that one up. And so Mundayne going to happily take the completion over the top, over the middle, excuse me, for the 8-yard gain.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40.
Mundayne going back to some water. Seen a lot of other sorts of drinks Mundayne has taken here in this longer series. Hydration, deceptively important, obviously important in your standard athletic competition, but you cannot underestimate the advantage you get for effective hydration, good sleep, and of course the mental battle of an esports competition like this. But at that time, another strike over the middle into the box for the 1st down. Mundayne now operating at about the 50-yard line. Some motion, looked like an audible out of the Southeastern defense in response to the motion pre-snap for Post University. Both sides operating a pre-snap chess match, and Southeastern University get hands on the football. It's an interception. That route is so dangerous if you can hit your receiver on the run. Mundayne delivers a strike, but it's a little too late, and Southeastern able to get back in the picture on that one. That is one of those routes you almost have to read the receiver being open before he makes that move. And that time Southeastern able to take advantage of the delay there before the throw. A gain of 8 on their first play from scrimmage for the offense. Dropping back to pass, Kelsey. Multiple defenders bring him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down.
Dropping back to pass, Mundayne. So close yet so far away. Worthy once again. A speedster at wide receiver, the middle linebacker position. Not going to be an easy cover in man-to-man looks there. Mundayne in lockstep with Worthy. But Southeastern able to place it where only Worthy can get it. That time to Kelsey down the left sideline. Down at the 34. It's another 1st down for SEU. Coming back to pass. It's a long rollout to the running back. Hunt shoves past 2 defenders. Inside the 10 now. First and goal from the 8 for Southeastern.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's another Kansas
And
City
usually the running backs, the tight ends, they're able to create additional leverage, force defenders to miss in ways they might not normally would with a wide receiver. That time it gets the offense up to the 8. This time, it's a 2-yard gain on the QB scramble.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Eagles' 6-yard line.
RPO, it looked like the running back ran in front of the pass, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Not quite how SCU drew it up. Post University happily going to take that. Get this offense moving on to 3rd and goal from the 6. Like a multiple tight end look. For Southeastern University, still going to create a handoff. Just a 3-yard gain. A 4th down question. Going to need an answer for Southeastern University here. They're going to choose to keep the offense out on the field. They're going to keep this multiple tight end formation here on 4th and goal. You see Kelsey, and I believe that's Gray, number 12. Both on the right side of the line of scrimmage there. Clock is running. Southeastern University have the chance to take us into the 2nd quarter for 4th down if they'd like. That is going to be the call for SCU. Going to keep us all knotted at 7 apiece. The 4th down call for Southeastern University. As we get on the other side of the transition screen there. And they are gonna Mundayne, I guess. They were trying to draw Mundayne offside, see if they couldn't reset down in distance, get that much closer. Mundayne doesn't fall for it, and on the other side, here in the 2nd quarter, they call for a field goal. Perhaps didn't like what they saw out of Mundayne and this disciplined goal line defense. Now Mundayne only battling back a 3-point deficit. We'll call that a win for the defense for Post University.
Their own 35-yard line.
Wealth of adjustments under center here underneath. Post University able to spot a man over the top just as the secondary was bearing down on him. Possession catch down at the 39 there for Mundayne. Mundayne spreading out the offense just a bit here. One-on-one matchup on the left side of your screen for Brown. On the curl route, continuing to cut across. That's the man Mundayne's looking for. It's batted down and incomplete. Had one step on his man. Wasn't able to create any more separation as that route crossed field there. So the defender able to get a hand on it and bat it down. And dropping back to pass. Somebody's uncovered. It's a sack on the quarterback. 3rd and 22 now for Mundayne. Stuck in the mud on this drive. Facing all sorts of problems on this set of downs. Dropping back to pass. Mundayne airmails it where only Barkley can get it. It's a 1st down for Post University over the top, right in the breadbasket. Multiple defenders, all they can do is watch in horror as the running back comes in with the completion for the 1st. And now a lane for Mundayne to run through. Has a blocker to work with. One man help is all Mundayne needs for the touchdown. Mundayne takes back the lead here in this one. A 4-point advantage for Post University on the way following the PAT. Kick it is up and it is good.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Chiefs 10.
As Mundayne now with the same narrow 4-point advantage that he had late in the fourth quarter of game one, excuse me. Sort of advantage makes it very easy for the defense to be a factor. Even if Southeastern University are able to score, it's only a 3-point deficit on the Mundayne side. Of course, another touchdown opens up a 4-point deficit, so a field goal can't get you all tied up. It's a nice place for Mundayne to be here. And a nice place for Brown to be on the reception. Right in the middle, the zone defenders bearing down on him. They give up the completion underneath at the 43.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Dropping back to pass multiple receivers for Mundayne to try and guard there. This time it's Kelsey, the big man, for the 7-yard gain.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
2 clock continues to be the call here for Southeastern University on this drive. Would have grabbed a first down. Looked like it'd be a 5-yard gain there for Southeastern, who can take us all the way to the 2-minute warning. 2 clock remains on. They're going to do just that. Still outside of field goal range now for Southeastern as they enter enemy territory at their 45, at the opposing 45. Time to deliver the throw. Physicality on the receiver. It's incomplete.
Intended for Xavier Worthy. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
And stop the clock. A de facto extra timeout for both sides here on the incompletion on first down. Stepping back to pass, and Hunt uncovered on the right side of the field. It's a foot race, shoved out of bounds at the 20.
Hunt. It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another
Now Southeastern
Kansas City
firmly in
Chiefs
field goal range.
first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Barring any shenanigans, Post University once again going to be at SEU's mercy.
He's brought down at the 15-yard
It'll be up for SEU to see if they can go all the way for 7 or if they're going to have to settle for another field goal here. 2 clock once again, the call. Another run on 2nd down. The big fella laying down the block of doom. It's going to buy space up to 1st and goal from the 6. You love to see the linemen get up to the next level like that. Usually creates good things for your running attack. That is exactly what SEU get that time. Multiple defenders or multiple players in the backfield for that first play on 1st and goal. Mundayne still able to blow it up. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and goal now at the 10. More of a standard formation this time on 2nd down. Just Hunt, the running back, in the backfield. Another run on 2nd and 10. Multiple blockers roll out the red carpet. It'll be a 3-point lead for SEU following the PAT. Mundayne still with a minute to work with here. Plenty of time for a go-ahead touchdown or sneaking out into halftime with a field goal. Encroachment on Mundayne. They're trying to sniff out the PAT. Instead, now the defense or the kicking team going to get a head start of 5 yards on this 2nd try. We have seen PATs miss. I don't know if we've seen any PATs miss following an encroachment call. Not going to happen that time for the SEU Fire. And then this ball well outside the target zone. And they're going to get started at the 35. And Post University, Mundayne hasn't had too many chances to take the ball out. Not seen too many returns on special teams for Post University. Of course, Mundayne not going to complain that he gets to start from the 35 every time. 1 in the backfield now on 1st and 10 for Post University. Only have 1 timeout to work with. Following a couple that were lost on the defensive stand. It's incomplete, but it buys you an extra timeout. Mundayne Looking like he'd much rather have the first down.
At the 35-yard line.
Watch Dotson on this go route here, depending on the safeties. Doesn't look like there's any other routes deep downfield. Hands on the quarterback. Mundayne couldn't believe it. He looked shocked. Had a chance to deliver a strike for at least 5 yards, maybe more after the catch. Instead, it's 3rd and 10 now.
Yards to go.
Now pre-snap motion could occupy these defenders at the second level. And the user defender occupying number 22. He's worried about these receivers on the left side. Once again, Mundayne spotting all that vacated space over the middle for the first down up at the 50-yard line now. Shades of hurry up offense for Post University, trying to make this one timeout last as long as it can. Mundayne to the big man Goddard. It's another first down. No chance to run out of bounds, so more hurry up offense for Post University.
It's a gain of 10.
Mundayne still firmly in the driver's seat here to call that last timeout as we hit triple zeros on the game clock for a game-tying field goal. Mundayne, only problem, not in field goal range just yet in this one. The run to Barkley and out of bounds. It's a 5-yard gain. Would be a long field goal for Post University. At least time for one more play from scrimmage here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Pre-snap adjustments. Watch why. The middle defender. Only 2 defenders on the left side of your screen. Southeastern University able to make the adjustment this time. You have more space on the field. You have more time for the defense to spot that gap and respond. SEU doing just that. And they're the ones dodging a late field goal as we enter halftime. Mundayne coming out in the prevent look. Odds certainly against him that SEU put up any more points on the board. Ball down to Kelsey. It's the last play from scrimmage here in the half. It's a 3-point deficit for Post University. Mundayne went into halftime of game 1 eyeing a 10-point deficit. Now he'll be giving the ball over to SEU, who will have a chance to create a 10-point deficit at the start of the third quarter here.
For Philadelphia.
The kick well awry. That is going to give just a couple more yards for SEU than if Mundayne kicked it in outside the target zone up at the 41 compared to the 35 there. Dropping back to a pass. The ball bobbled into the air. Hits the ground incomplete.
Intended for Xavier.
Always chaotic
Incomplete.
when the ball goes airborne like that. Lobs airborne like that when the quarterback is hit under center. Southeastern able to avoid any sort of crisis there.
Come back! Easy, easy. Attack, attack! Attack!
The drop back on 2nd and 10. Everything looks covered. The tight end still able to come away with the completion. Mundayne can't believe it. It's an 8-yard gain
That's a gain of
for Southeastern.
brings up 3rd and 2.
Looked like the defender was draped on the tight end that time. The big fella able to come away with it. Mundayne doing his best to spot that movement pre-snap one-on-one. And the defense able to come away with that one. It's a TFL 4th and 10 now for Post University. That was home cooking there. Mundayne spotted Kelsey on the left side of the field. That pre-snap motion, sniffed it out. Not let it turn into a problem for the defense. Mundayne looking to create a turnover on downs here on 4th and long. For Southeastern, the ball to Worthy is incomplete. Mundayne has his stop on the defensive side of the football here in the second half.
It's a turnover on downs.
Mundayne once again with a chance to take the lead here. Already in enemy territory at the 41. Pause shield shenanigans? No, we're back into the saddle just as quickly as we entered it there. Mundayne running right up the middle. It's a 7-yard gain that time.
The Eagles ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Game very much hanging in the balance at the moment. No clock management shenanigans at play here. No hurry up, no chew clock. Just about as close to a tied up game as you can get. Ball out to Dotson. Defender lying in his weight.
Complete to Jahan
Able to
Dotson.
bring him down from behind at the 29.
5-yard gain on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
63. Hey, easy. And let's go.
Another drop back for Post University. Another ball to Dotson. This time over the middle. It's a 4-yard gain. Or it's a 6-yard gain. 4 yards short of the first down now for Post University.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Safety's getting that much closer to the line of scrimmage. Home cooking between the middle linebackers and the free safeties for Southeastern University. Pre-snap. Post University able to take advantage. Mundayne back out in front. Doing some damage through the air. It's a 4-point lead now.
Elliott on for the point after. His kick
Southeastern worried about Mundayne doing that damage in the box, doing that damage with the runs over the middle.
17.
And they're doing well to spot all those resources committed to stop those attacks over the middle and burn them over the top. Oh my goodness, the early slide and the football's knocked loose. It's a scoop and score on the kickoff return. Touchdown for Post University. And Mundayne opens up a multi-possession lead on back-to-back amazing plays. We talked about it earlier. Southeastern may be worried about giving up a play just like that. Post University blow up the early slide. The dive is supposed to be a safe play, not with Mundayne lurking on the sticks.
Makes the score
Now an 11-point lead for Post University. A little bit of foreshadowing from the booth there.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And I guess that's why Southeastern University, and we saw Columbia College in the semis, just diving so early. They're not even willing to touch the football there. They let it sail
First and 10.
into the target zone and out of bounds, so they'll pin themselves back at the 20. Would not be surprised if we don't see too many more kickoff returns for Southeastern. Worthy once again. Mundayne recognizing he's beat, not selling out for the interception and potentially giving up yards after the catch. Just bring down Worthy. You already got beat up to the 36. Don't get beat for a one-play touchdown. Give your defense a chance to fight another day. So I like that play from Mundayne, recognizing he got beat, but didn't let the offense turn it up to 11 over the top. One-on-one matchup once again for Worthy, once again beating the defense in one-on-one coverage for the touchdown. Southeastern not letting this game get out of hand, have us back to a 1-score deficit. Looking to tighten this lead to 3 with a 2-point conversion.
Attack, attack.
Get us back to within a field goal
The Chiefs will
for
settle
Southeastern.
for the 2-point conversion.
Ball down to Worthy, and it's back to a 3-point lead. This time for Post University. Wise play from Southeastern, because whether they committed to the 1-point PAT or came up empty on the 2-point try, they would have needed another touchdown to take the lead. Field goal would have done nothing for them. Now they have the chance for a field goal if they aren't able to score a touchdown to at least get us all tied up. Still a lot of Madden 26 left to be played. Not quite an endgame scenario, but I do like that call from Southeastern. This is a stacked box for Southeastern University. The free safeties coming down to help out the middle linebackers as well. That's the problem when you stack the box. You're not able to spread out to cover drag routes just like that. Mundayne able to do some damage there on the left sideline.
And an Eagle first down.
More spread look. No, a stacked box once again. Southeastern usering on that middle linebacker right above the center. Looks like the corner's getting a bit tighter. The safety's getting a bit tighter towards the receivers as well. And that's why you stack the box. That's why you play tight like that. Trying to shut down everything underneath. You're believing in your linemen, your middle linebackers, to make a problem for the quarterback throwing a pass under center. Southeastern able to do just that on first. Mundayne just needs to buy enough time for these routes crossing field to develop here. It's going to be difficult for any of these routes going deep downfield to have a shot time-wise for Mundayne to deliver the throw. Routes over the top were covered, so Mundayne goes cross field to the right sideline outside the numbers for the first down and more to the 29. And Mundayne now doing an excellent job of spotting just what the defense is giving him pre-snap and taking advantage accordingly. It's like man coverage on that left side. Mundayne man coverage. Man coverage with the receivers. Sometimes you'll have them, the corners who are assigned to those receivers, go all in on just covering their man. Lets these receivers lay down slightly better blocks. Doesn't quite create the advantage that time on first. Just a 2-yard gain. Dropping back to pass on second down. Double move to Brown. Just another 2-yard gain. For Post University, excuse me. Mundayne matriculating upfield, running out of downs to do so. 6 yards between him and a fresh set. Adjustments once again. Middle linebacker shifting up plenty in the box for Southeastern University. Mundayne the audible on that in route could be the call. No, it's the check down to Barkley. And it's a loss of 1. So now Southeastern doing a great job of covering everything outside the numbers. Post University, how are they going to respond? Are they going to be able to diagnose the look here? Receivers and defenders right up at the line of scrimmage trying to block everything short. And Mundayne able to spot somebody wide open. It's Smith in the end zone for the touchdown. The free safeties, those zone defenders in the back, not spotting Smith in the corner, just trying to sneak in there. Not look too conspicuous on the left sideline for the touchdown. Mundayne has us back up to a 10-point lead. Another return for Southeastern. This one not getting blown up for a kickoff return touchdown for the defense. Said they'll be starting at the 19 here. Drop back on first down. It's Brown over the middle. Defense comes roaring in to bring him down. Out at midfield at the 46.
27 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Mundayne is defensively caught in no man's land here. He is giving up these plays over the middle. But Southeastern have also had their moments over the top of the defense as well. They might just have another one here. Once again, the one-on-one matchup burned over the top for the touchdown. Just as we mentioned it, it feels like Southeastern University are able to get whatever they want over the middle of the field or over the top of the defense. They respond quickly to get us back to a 4-point deficit. 2-point attempt here to get us back within 3. Passes hauled in. Back within 3, excuse me. It's a 2-point lead now for Post University. As SCU are feeling themselves on the offensive side of the football. Multiple 2-point conversions. Really quick drives. Massive chunk plays. Mundayne certainly living on the edge here. His offense is keeping him in this game. But his defense has got Southeastern University only a couple steps behind them. Mundayne still no pressure to do anything but just score at his pace. He can take as long or as slow as he'd like. Even if he scores another touchdown, another PAT for Southeastern is going to have Mundayne in a 1-point lead. So there isn't enough time for both sides to just play the math game. Especially if Mundayne is able to score quickly in kind. But his play over the top is incomplete. I do like that from Mundayne. Let the defense feel you, even though it's incomplete. Recognize, hey, I see that gap over the top, and I'm going to attack it if you leave it open. Pre-snap motion. Can create a mess on that right side of the field, and this time it's Dotson. Over the middle, curling upfield, has a couple of blockers. Up to the 37 now for Post University, looking to speed this offense up.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Philadelphia.
Thrown on 1st and 10 to Barkley. Mundayne just navigating through traffic like he's in rush hour on the way to work. Just recognizing where the open lanes are, shifting side to side for the 8-yard gain. Mundayne now ahead of the sticks here, just 2 yards between him and a fresh set of downs. Another run this time on 2nd down, excuse me, a 1st down. Or Mundayne, that time on the ground. And out comes the chew clock for Post University. Not enough yardage for Mundayne to go as slow as humanly possible and get us to 000. Chew clock online at the 21. But I do like this call for Mundayne. Of course, he is not in position to settle for a field goal. So it is going to be something in the back of Mundayne's mind. If ever he falls behind pace, there you see chew clock turn off as Mundayne has to focus on just getting yards at any cost downfield. Do not want to inadvertently set up his defense for failure there. Mundayne looking to operate a hurry-up offense, or a chew clock offense, excuse me, the old-fashioned way. No secrets as to what the objective is here. No audibles whatsoever this time for the maestro under center. Delay handoff to Barkley. Mundayne trying to get back to his blockers. Is going to be enough for a 5-yard gain. Mundayne likes what he sees, gets us back on pace, and he can take us to the 2-minute warning here in this one. And even Mundayne, with as patient as he wants to be, he goes down at the 12-yard line, right past the 1st down marker. Excuse me, at the 9-yard line, just past the 1st down marker. They'll be right at 1st and goal. There just isn't enough yardage left for Mundayne to take us to 000 with how many timeouts are remaining here between both squads.
63.
But Mundayne in as good of a position as you can get to score with 000 on the game clock. I do it just ahead of schedule. Another touchdown to keep Southeastern University out of reach. The PAT gonna make it a 9-point lead, and we mentioned it. Even if Southeastern University go perfect, 1-play touchdown and a 2-point conversion, Mundayne still has the lead and will still be in the driver's seat to run the remaining game clock out. Southeastern University not taking a chance with another kickoff return. They'll start at the 20-yard line. The back of their heads, they're certainly going to take their chances with how efficient their offense has been operating. They don't mind starting 15 yards further back. Tremendous drop back, looking to turn into a scramble opportunity. No, cuts back behind the line of scrimmage and throws it out of bounds. Does look like Southeastern University operating a boomer bust offense, multiple routes deep downfield, a couple of checkdowns. But SEU are continuing to try and score, and quickly. And this time hands on the quarterback, forcing an incompletion. Third down now, and Mundayne might have a 4 and out on his hands if his defense can keep things up here. No secret as to where this football is going. Another drop back for Southeastern University. A rollout to the right sideline. Mundayne able to sniff the gap and force the incompletion. It's 4th down. Mundayne with a pause of hesitation. He thought the receiver Thornton nearly came down with it. The physicality from Mundayne was enough to force 4th and 10 from the 20. SEU looking for a lifeline. Mundayne looking to move on to match point in this best of 5. A stop here is going to have him in tremendous position to do just that. And there's the stop on 4th down for Post University. SEU looking to wave the white flag early in game 2. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. Mundayne knocking on heaven's door. Potential 3rd place finish here in the ECAC on the line when we come back from the break. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The logical consequence of the 3 teams that both squads chose has arrived. SEU not shoving off of the Kansas City Chiefs, and Mundayne getting a win with everybody else is forced onto the Kansas City Chiefs as well here in this one. So got some oops all Mahomes cereal here in what could be match point of this best of 5 series. Pre-snap adjustments, pre-game adjustments coming out here for Post University. We're going to take a brief second just to look at how far Mundayne has come here. Had a bye round into top 24. Able to sail through top 24, top 16, and top 8 before meeting his match at top 4. A loss in the semifinals earlier tonight. It has got him in the 3rd place game. Of course, Mundayne has already taken out one member of Southeastern University in the quarterfinals. Has to face another Fire Esports squad, the 24th seed, battling through the play-in in the round of 48 to get this far. Mundayne on game point, on series point to lock in some podium hardware or Post University here in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going through a best of 5 to do it. Not too many best of 5s come your way here in the ECAC, in College Football 26 or in Madden 26. I believe last semester we had it in semis and in grands. This semester it only is coming about in the grand finals and in the 3rd place game. This Mundayne does look to take the field. You may have to swap the scoreboards. I'm not actually too sure yet. I do believe Mundayne was the Kansas City Chiefs squad starting with the football. I am correct. So Mundayne in the white jerseys. SEU in the red jerseys. Mundayne to the big man Kelsey. Over the middle, still rolling downfield. Up to the 45. Up to the opposing 45. Another drop back on first down. And SCU with an early win on the defensive side of the football. Now rolling down the left sideline. Brought down deep in enemy territory at the 31. Mundayne starting off on the wrong foot here in the mirror match.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Color. Fight on these two. 180. Fight on these two. Watch out.
Mundayne now looking for a win on defense. A bat down on first and 10. Mundayne couldn't believe it. Had a chance at an interception. The secondary, a couple steps short. So Mundayne's going to have to settle for the incompletion on the bat down there. Southeastern already in field goal range. Would be a long one for them. And a field goal not going to be the thought. Mundayne might be having thoughts of a pick six. That lineman's not going to catch number 13 on the defensive side of the ball. Mundayne gives up an interception, responds with a pick six touchdown here in game 3, ladies and gentlemen. We mentioned Mundayne's two-way play. His defense has really been supercharging his play in the postseason. And this time the defense has got the offense's back, scoring a pick six touchdown after giving up the interception. Not the conventional way to score the first points here in game 3, but Mundayne will happily take it. Evens up the possession game. And has Mundayne scoring the first points in what could be series point for Post University. Mundayne, his defense back out on the field, certainly feeling good following the pick six touchdown on their last play from scrimmage. Going to be hard to one-up that stand for Southeastern University. They're looking to respond to the one-play touchdown of their own. Mundayne able to force the incompletion. A rare W, trying to guard Worthy over the top. Mundayne not just getting a tackle on the receiver, he forces the ball loose. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And Mundayne with where he likes to play from that middle linebacker spot, whether or not defenders get beat over the top is almost entirely out of his control. He does an excellent job there, immediately swapping over to the receiver to just make a play on the man when he can't make a play on the ball. But Mundayne has been willing to give up those balls over the top and outside. He's continuing to believe in his scheme. At least the intention is you don't want to be swapping, bouncing all over on the field. Ideally, your scheme buys you enough time to impact on the defensive side of the football from whatever position you'd like to play Mundayne from that middle linebacker spot. But right now, Southeastern doing a great job of marching downfield, not letting Mundayne and his user defense be a great factor on this drive. Another drop back for Southeastern University. Multiple defenders. Mundayne's all over this one. It's another interception for Post University. And Mundayne rolling down the left sideline may very well have another pick six on his hands. Multiple scores. 2 pick sixes for Post University here in this first quarter of play. Mundayne not looking to go home empty-handed. Mundayne not looking to sail into the offseason without some hardware in his hands. And Mundayne now, he gave up the first interception of the contest. He made sure it was not the last. Forcing 2 pick sixes out of Southeastern University. And now Mundayne with the largest lead of the series, if you can believe it, up 14-0 here in game 3. Been a nail biter to get this far. Mundayne finally with some breathing room. Certainly does not mean he's going to keep his foot, press his foot off the gas pedal here on the defensive side of the football. He's looked so good. I guess that's the double-edged blade that you walk here. Southeastern University feel good about slinging the ball through the air. They get these big completions. But it's that confidence to throw the ball in the air that lulls you into that false sense of security, has you throwing passes through the air that maybe you shouldn't. And Mundayne in that scheme usually has his defenders in good enough position to make plays on the football. This time Kelsey in the gaps of the defense, able to slither in for the score. It was only a matter of time. The shutout does come to an end for Mundayne and Post University, but not before jumping out to a 14-0 lead. EAT is up and it is good. Mundayne, after taking the first drive, the first kickoff return from scrimmage, now just about midway through the second quarter, finally his offense going to return back out on the field. No chance of a kickoff return there as it's kicked out the back of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
That was Post University's version of Andy Reid on the sideline on that first cutaway. Mundayne taking the field now, one in the backfield. It's Pacheco. Dropping back to a pass. And Mundayne another interception. This one almost assuredly going to be a pick six. Mundayne able to bring down the middle linebacker Hicks, but not before Southeastern jump out to the opposing 5-yard line. Both offenses struggling early on in this one. It's defense being the difference maker here. Defense continuing to be a factor. It's a sack on the quarterback, a loss of 11 that time for Southeastern.
It's 2nd down and goal.
One in the backfield, but would not be surprised if we saw another drop back for Southeastern. Don't believe they've ran the football at all early on in game 3. Dropping back to pass, it's Brown in the gap of the zones. The door cannot close before Brown walks in for the touchdown. That is generally the problem with playing those zone defenses in the red zone. Cannot afford to give up anything underneath, because if you do so, you don't need too many more yards after the catch. You don't have enough time for the zone to really collapse on these defenders. That time Southeastern able to attack that gap for the score. Get us all tied up at 14 apiece. We've mentioned it before. Generally, these match point games can be much lower scoring. We have another high scoring affair on our hands here. 2 scores about midway through the first quarter. Gonna run down the left sideline. Might be another quick score for Post University. Mundayne had a blocker to work with. Couldn't quite line up the timing. And then he's going to settle for a run up to the 25 with Pacheco there. You do see, despite the mirror match, slight differences schematically. Mundayne operating with Pacheco. Meanwhile, Southeastern have been working with Kareem Hunt at that running back position. Mundayne spotting the line crashing down on him, airs it out, incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mundayne dropping back to pass. One defender on 2 receivers. Mundayne's going to take it to the house. Mundayne's been able to get that look with that pre-snap motion. He's done an excellent job of recognizing it. Recognizing the defense isn't quite shifting extra help onto that side of the field. Created 2 touchdowns. It has created an interception as well. Mundayne's not batting 1,000 with that play, but it's been an excellent counter to these zone looks that SCU are coming out in. SCU finally looking for a return No early slide. They are able to get out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Dane jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Now just a one-score gap between the two squads. Brought back to pass. It's Kelsey over the top. Here come the zone defenders coming crashing down on the tight end. But not before SEU are able to flip the field from their own 35 to the opposing 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, 43, 43, 15, 15, yellow. Come back. Right side.
Another drop back from SEU. A lane to run through. Instead, they deliver a strike to Hunt. Sneaks through two defenders. Rolls down the right sideline. We stay all tied up at 21 apiece. Seems after some stutters. Oh my goodness, the kick is blocked. Mundayne with another win on special teams. This time it's a blocked PAT. Mundayne will happily give up the encroachment penalties he's faced all series for a win on special teams like that. We saw it in game 2. All you need is a narrow lead, and you can just outrun the defense, play the scoring staring contest, go bar for bar all the way to triple zeros in the fourth quarter. Just a gain of 1 that time on first down. Mundayne certainly doesn't want to get ahead of himself here, as we're still only in the first quarter. I feel like we played a whole game here in the first. Once again, that pre-snap look. Coastal University going to respond to do damage underneath. Love that concept because you get players at the line of scrimmage, but then you have your running back underneath those defenders so you can spot how the defense likes to play it. If everybody's selling out for these deeper shots downfield with the wide receivers in the pre-snap, you have that release valve at the running back position. Mundayne going to take us to the end of the first quarter. It was an eventful first quarter. There's no other way to describe it. Wins on special teams, on defense, slinging the ball through the air on offense as well. Every sort of scoring variety you could imagine occurred there in the first quarter. Neither side looking to go quietly, as Post University are first to match point in this best of 5. Mundayne looking to run it up. Like the B gap there on the left side. Getting up to 2nd and 2 that time.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Come back. Yellow. Argo wide. Attack. 43. Right side.
Deco sticking in the backfield for Post University. Drop back to Brown is hauled in. Multiple defenders bring him down at the 29. They marching upfield here early on in the second quarter. Operate 2-clock offense the old-fashioned way, no adjustments. They taking a moment to breathe it all in, potentially catch the defense offsides, but no signs of any user movement out of Southeastern University. Mundayne going to snap the ball there. That's one blocker to work with, going to buy a first down and more out to the 11-yard line. Mundayne, if he'd like to operate this 2-clock offense to its maximum extent, technically has another first down to work with. We've yet to really see Mundayne choose a fresh set of downs over a touchdown. Very rare are we seeing folks do that. Although we did see Southeastern University try that in our last game and at the end of game 1 as well. Once again, this pre-snap look. Mundayne gonna have to do damage elsewhere. Gonna do damage on the ground with the quarterback scramble through the contact for the touchdown. Mundayne looking to come out with a 2-point conversion of his own, extend this lead, and keep Southeastern University out of reach. He knows how Southeastern University like their 2-point conversions. So Mundayne going to bring out one of their own and make it a 2-score game. Motion pre-snap, trying to find a gap in the defense here. Another keeper. Dropping back to pass. Mundayne delivers a strike. Makes it a 9-point game. Keeps Southeastern University at bay. The SCU Fire still need 2 scores to get back in front in this one. SCU are going to return the football. Early dive. And they do not want to take any chances on special teams there.
Hey, 40, 15. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Southeastern University, you saw the passing yards disparity. Just 2 different offenses here, despite having this exact same Kansas City Chiefs squad. Check down to Hunt is good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, Ripley. Yellow. 15.
The drop back for SCU to Hunt out of the backfield. Juke move to bounce to the outside. Defense still corrals him at the 49.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Yellow.
Hurry up offense seems to be the call for SCU. Run on first down, going to throw him off pace after a 1-yard gain. That will take us to the 2-minute warning. Still all 3 timeouts between both squads. I wonder if SCU will continue to operate in the hurry up despite being well outside field goal range. They are still starting with the ball at the start of the 3rd. So they're looking to put any points on the board right now so a touchdown can take them over the top. In the 3rd quarter of play, possession, catch to Thornton. Gonna get SCU well into field goal range at the 31.
Gain of 20. And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Easy.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Run on 1st and 10. Good for a first down and a little bit more down at the 18.
13 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
SCU continue to matriculate upfield here, deep in enemy territory. Continue to operate in this chew clock offense. Tackled at the 15, that time on 1st.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Fight on these two. 43. 15. Right side.
Snap the ball, 35 seconds left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Ball is incomplete. Looked like it hit one of SCU's linemen in the back of the dome there. Lineman looking to get to the 2nd level maybe. Instead, it'll be 3rd and 7 now for SEU. Mundayne wants the win on 3rd down here so we can force SEU to answer the question on if they're going to settle for 3 or not a little bit early.
Yellow. Right side.
Drop back for SEU to Hunt, and Mundayne delivers the hit stick. Well past, well short of the marker. 4th and 2. And SCU are going for it on 4th down. They're not going to settle for a consolation field goal. They want the touchdown. They want the offense to stay out on the field. Mundayne delivers the hit. And the pass is caught. SCU going to stay back out on the field. No, excuse me, Mundayne. The pass was caught, but it's short of the marker. Mundayne going to take the field and get a win here as we get closer to halftime. Mundayne with a couple plays left here in the half to sneak out with a field goal. Tack on some extra points of their own. Mundayne looking to deliver the strike. He's hit in the end zone, but airs it out incomplete. Crisis averted for Mundayne. Nearly gave up more points to this Southeastern defense. The run here on 2nd and 10, and Mundayne has a lane to run through. Finally brought down at the 33 out of his blind spot. Mundayne, a run with under 10 seconds left to play in the second quarter, comes up huge for him now out at the 33. Still needs to at least flip the field to get into field goal range. 3 defenders on this left side, 3 receivers for Mundayne to work with there. They're trying to figure out where the safety's committing to, potentially find numbers on the left side of the field. Mundayne may have it. It's a 50-50 ball in the end zone. Batted down, incomplete. They'd have to pick his poison there with those 2 routes on the left sideline. Comes up incomplete, but the defense came up with the win already. And they're playing with house money at the end of the first half, because regardless, he's going to kick the ball off with a 2-possession lead on SEU. He receives the ball, do run right into a brick wall, and go down at the 26. Drop back on 1st and 10 here. Looking to find Kelsey. Instead finds Post University on defense. Could be Mundayne's 3rd pick 6 of the contest. Instead, he's down at the 1. Mundayne on offense looking to blow up. Could be a 3-score lead now for Post University. A 9-point lead would become 16 if Mundayne punches in a score here. Given a tremendous head start to do just that. 1st and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback keeper. Mundayne going to bounce to the outside into the end zone for the touchdown. Mundayne. He's thinking of where the medal's going to go in the trophy case on the shelf behind him potentially. Post University might have to start thinking about where this trophy is going to go in the trophy case up in Connecticut there. As Mundayne now can't deliver the 2-point conversion, he'll have to settle for a 15-point lead. Still a 2-score lead, and SEU are going to have to grab a 2-point conversion on one of these 2 touchdowns to get back in this one and get us knotted up at 35. Mundayne gets back up to his largest lead of the contest. It was 14 early on in the first quarter. Now the largest lead of the series is 15 for Mundayne here. Only 14 seconds in to the 3rd quarter. Dropping back to pass, hit as he throws is incomplete. And you wonder when SEU are going to start to feel the pressure to shrink that playbook. Maybe not yet. We are still very early into the first half or the second half. Especially when they've already operated in such a boom or bust offense. They've had no problem slinging it downfield even when it was all tied up or even when they were down 14-0. This is an offense with deep shots downfield at the core of their attack. They're looking for more of that damage over the top here, and they find Worthy outrunning the defense for the touchdown. As SEU take a large bite into this lead. They're going to take a couple more here with the 2-point conversion.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Adjustments under center, a similar formation as the one Mundayne likes to use. And you see why right there. SEU able to do damage with it. Put us back to a 7-point lead. I mentioned it in game 2. Mundayne once again in that position to just open up this lead. Take his time. Don't be too afraid to settle for field goals right now. Because even a field goal would make it a 2-score game. Mundayne right now, feeling no pressure to move with any kind of quickness. Matriculation, we mentioned it a million times in the booth. That's going to be the name of the game for Mundayne now, here in the second half. Of course, if you see a one-play touchdown, never be afraid to take those. But if we need to find a new home in check down city, in run offense city, Mundayne should look to do so. A run to Kelsey, just short of the first down marker. This is what you want of your Mundayne, the playbook wide open. You can take a one-play touchdown. You can look for shots downfield on second and really short. Or you can have a short QB scramble, a check down to the back out of the backfield, or a drag route. Or just a good old-fashioned ground game attack here. The world is Mundayne's oyster here on second and short. Mundayne operating that true clock offense the old-fashioned way like our ancestors did, just having to wait out the pre-snap timer here under center. Snaps the football. It's a run on second down. Mundayne looking to take the first down and a little bit more to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Post University. Pacheco, the running back, shot out of a cannon that time. Out to the left sideline and in for the touchdown. Like we mentioned, don't look a one-play touchdown in the eye and turn down a gift. Mundayne not looking to overcomplicate things there. If you see the free points, happily take those. Into the target zone and out of bounds. SCU going to be pinned back at the 20. Again, this is an offense that certainly has no problem getting extra space to Xavier Worthy or Hollywood Brown to make mincemeat of these defenses. Drop back on 1st and 10 from the 20. Hands on the quarterback, incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Brown, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And then gets a win on first down. How this SCU offense has been operating, no room to breathe. An offense that has no problem passing for all 4 downs deep. Downfield that time. Damage outside the numbers for an 8-yard gain.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Clock keeps ticking on SCU here about midway through the third quarter. Roll out to his right, takes a hit, and it's incomplete. Big problem with looking for these routes deep downfield. You either need to throw a moon ball immediately, or odds are you don't have the time to deliver the throw. Very rarely are you going to get a pocket solid enough to last the 5, 6, 7 seconds you need to throw those moon balls downfield. This time a quick 3-step drop out to Kelsey on the left sideline. A first down out at midfield at the 47. Another drop back, another moon ball. We mentioned it early on in this drive. A 3-step drop back and just throw it to the heavens. SCU spotting the gap over the top for the touchdown. Continues to be an unsolved mystery for Post University. We mentioned it throughout Mundayne's playoff run. He's done an excellent job of keeping the offense in front of him on the defensive side. But SCU here in the third place game have had no issue getting specifically Worthy in a foot race against that defense and winning repeatedly. Mundayne still very far from out of the woods in this one. Mundayne another run on 1st and 10. Out 15 yards that time on the ground. Checo in the backfield for Mundayne here. Has not been running any shotgun action. We've seen a running back on Mundayne's side for the entirety of the series.
Hey, 57, 57.
Adjustments out for Mundayne, trying to sniff out the coverage here
Right, right.
at midfield. Handoff to Pacheco, just a 2-yard gain.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Yellow. 180.
Mundayne looking to diagnose this defense on the right side of the field. Check down to Kelsey is incomplete. Did not want to risk trying to buy that time for those routes to develop. Might have had a receiver open. Instead, it'll be 3rd and 8 now for Post University. The clock stopped following the incompletion. SEU once again bringing the whole team into the box here. The safety's getting low, down low, that much closer to the line of scrimmage. Like man coverage as somebody follows the defender pre-snap. Kelsey underneath on the curl route, able to create the completion for the first down. Mundayne breathes a sigh of relief, and his defense, or his offense, gets back on pace here on this drive. And operating the true clock offense the old-fashioned way. Of course, the maestro of these pre-snap adjustments. Usually a bit slower than some of our other players to operate in the true clock. This time, check down to Pacheco. Good for the 1st and more. Mundayne curling back upfield as he felt the pressure from the defense. Did not want to be forced out of bounds. Mundayne delay handoff on the RPO there. And there is that true clock as Mundayne will get us to the start of the 4th quarter of play here. He does have one more play at the end of the 3rd if he wants it. He's not going to take it, understandably. Mundayne in a foot race once again here at series point. His defense had him out in front with a 2-score lead. But Southeastern University refusing to go down. Very tortoise of the hair energy here. Mundayne jumped out to that head start with that 2-way play. But Southeastern University have been slow and steady here in the second half. Mundayne cannot afford to run out of gas here in the final quarter of play. Could be an open man on the left side of the field. If Mundayne spots him, of course he does. It's room service for the touchdown. Spotting its zone coverage on that pre-snap adjustment. SEU none the wiser. Mundayne burns it for the score. Jumps back out to a 14-point lead. The defense does not need to come up with a stop. They just need to find any way to throw some molasses on the offensive machine SEU have been operating here. Multiple one-play touchdowns, short drives, massive deep bombs downfield. Delivered to Worthy, Brown, Kelsey, the whole receiving core really getting in on the action on the long shot. Mundayne just needs to find any way to keep these receivers in front of them here.
Hey, 43, 43. Yellow.
Pre-snap motion from SEU. Mundayne motioning extra defenders over there to bottle it up. Leaves some space for Worthy to run through. Up to the 47. Another drop back here at the 47. Things look bottled up, and that's why it's post-university Mundayne with another interception. A chance to open it up to a 3-score lead and really close the book on this season. Are we going to have an early forfeit? We are. GG's for SEU. Mundayne able to lock things in, make some room on the trophy case, some room on the shelf for some third place hardware for Mundayne and post-university. GG's to Mundayne as we take one last look at the bracket, at the journey Mundayne needed to take to etch his name on the podium here in the postseason of Madden 26 here in the ECAC. GG's to Mundayne, our last show of the fall semester. GG's to all of our competitors across of all of our titles. My name's been Sandwich. Been a pleasure to bring you Madden 26 and college football 26 to y'all this semester. We will be back. I believe ECAC starts in February. But we'll be back in the spring semester with more post-university esports action. We hope y'all have a happy holidays, happy new year, and we will see y'all in 2026.